G'day folks, this is Shane. I thought I'd do a quick follow-up video regarding my Mustang GT100 amplifier review that I posted recently. I posted a whole lot of pros and cons about the amplifier, but I have to say in the room it sounded way brighter than it did on the video, but I don't believe in post-EQing my videos. So what you heard is what I guess the microphone heard, but maybe not what I heard in the room. So today I've got exactly the same preset dialed in, a Fender Twin with a tube screamer, some reverb and some delay, but I've mic'd it up with a little bit more forethought. So I'm using two Rode M3 microphones, which are my favorite mics, hands down, for electric guitar amplifiers. I didn't have these on hand when I actually did that video, so I used a 57. Now I had the bright cut on the amplifier on, but in the room it sounded great. You're about to hear that in a moment. But I also never mic dead center of the actual cone because it's usually too much ice pick. So I go up above the cone, which is a technique I've used for years. But with the particular bright cut, and maybe the mic placement wasn't probably the best representation of what I was hearing. Now I did reply to a lot of comments saying in the room it sounded huge and all that kind of stuff, but it probably didn't convey. So what you're about to hear now should be a more accurate representation of what I'm hearing in here. I haven't post-EQ'd any of this. Like I said, I don't believe in doing that. What you're about to hear hopefully will represent what I'm hearing in the room. So here we go. Now the first thing I'm going to do is leave the global EQ off. So it's basically flat as it would be without changing any of the global EQs. Now there's a whole lot of these which I'm going to go through as well. I'll try and play the same sort of thing so you can get a sense of how it sounds. We're going to start on the neck pickup here. This is flat. So hopefully that conveys well on the video. Now let's go to bright cut, which is where I had it set the entire time on the last video that I posted. So this is still bridge pickup. Then what we'll do, we'll go back to flat. Now flat EQ definitely brings this particular guitar alive, but the louder you have the amp, sometimes certain things can change tonality wise too. So when I played live recently, I left the bright cut off and it sounded great. Or I left it enabled so it was on and cutting the high end. So yeah, that works well. There's also a couple of other ones. There's one called Guitar Focus. Let's take a listen. That's brighter and maybe a little bit more honky in the mids. We've got Guitar Focus 2, and I think this one's pretty nasty. Let's have a listen. Woo! Yeah, so if you're playing an extremely dark sounding guitar, Guitar Focus 2 might be the way to go. Way too bright, and it feels a lot louder actually as well. Bright Boost 1. So yeah, that is pretty bright. I've got Bright Boost 2 as well. It's way too bright for my ear. And this is all subjective stuff, so you might like some of these more than others. Then we've got ones called Low Cut 1. Let's take a listen. Yeah, it doesn't really sound like it's doing that much. Probably just cutting some of the low end, making it a bit tighter. Over to Low Cut 2, this one's definitely going to cut the low end a whole lot. Now if we go back to flat, have a listen. So it's just up to you what kind of tone you like. I'm going to say though, maybe flat EQ for custom presets is fine. If you're using the presets that are built into the amplifier, seriously, go use the Bright Cut. It's going to make some of those really high frequencies just disappear. I mean, you could just also use the treble control. It's one of those things, but Alright, thanks for watching, guys. My name's Shane. I just thought I'd do a quick follow-up video. I read all of the comments. Some were very favorable, some weren't, and I thought, you know what? I don't know how happy I am with the audio that I captured, being that I've already used this amplifier live and it rocked. So here's a clip of that. So what you just heard was the exact same preset using this amplifier in a live situation with the Bright Cut currently enabled. So it was cutting the high-end frequency. Now from the front of the stage, there was no ice pick. It sounded like a regular amplifier. It filled the room, no problems at all. Actually got asked to turn down, which is insane. And that's pretty much common for me anyway. But it definitely will do a small to medium-sized gig, no problems at all. So thanks again for watching. Let us know what you think. And yeah, hopefully the tone on this particular video is a little bit better than it was on the last one. So apologies for that. Like I said, I make mistakes. Sometimes I've recorded pedal demos that I'm not happy with, and sometimes I go back and do it again. Not to say that, you know, the amp didn't sound good in the room, because it did. It was just one of those things where I probably didn't convey it the best of my ability, at least in the video. So that's my own fault. But anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If not, let me know why, and I'll catch you soon. See ya.